Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome to Forza Horizon 5, where today I'm going to be doing 50 laps of Goliath. I've been seeing people on YouTube do 50 laps of Goliath ever since Horizon 3, and today I figured that I should give it a go in Horizon 5. From what I have seen, 50 laps will take me right around 8 hours of racing if you know the circuit layout. Speaking of circuit layout and knowing it, there is one important piece of information that I have yet to mention. I have never completed a lap of Goliath in Horizon 5. So, without further ado, it's time to get racing on a circuit that I have never driven before. For this 50 lap attempt, I will be using the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. This car is the Forza Edition Elemento that has the skills boost. It's important that we have a skills boost car so we can really get some extra XP throughout the race. Extra XP means that at the end, we will gather an insane amount of extra wheel spins. The tune that I am running on this Elemento is clearly not my own because, well, I can't tune. This Elemento has a tune on it from the man himself. The man is Don Joewon Song. I've been using this guy's circuit tunes ever since Horizon 3, and I have to say, the Sesto Elemento feels like his best tune yet. It handles incredibly well, and it's also extremely agile in both high speed and low speed turns. Here is the share code for that tune if you want to use it. Now that I have the right car with an awesome tune, I have to do one last thing to make sure that this car is perfect for 50 laps of Goliath. I have to apply some car mastery perks. Under car mastery, I will be upgrading the following path so that I have a ton more XP at the end of the race. Basically, I'm gonna have a skills boost car with skill boost car mastery perks. This means that the amount of wheel spins that I gather after 8 hours of racing will be insane. Now that the car has everything done to it that we need, all I have to do is create the race. Under event settings, I'm gonna set the number of laps to 50. I'm also going to disable the drivatars. Another important thing that I'm going to do is that I'm gonna set the time of day. I'm gonna set the weather to clear, and I am also going to set the time progression to fixed. I really don't want to be racing in the rain nor at night. A combination of the two would really make 50 laps of Goliath unbearable. Okay, so with the race created, I am now going to show you all the assists that I'm going to be running. Some of the settings include simulation steering, ABS off, stability control off, traction control off, and manual with clutch shifting. Alright, let's get racing. I'll give you guys hourly updates throughout the race, and I'll also update you guys whenever I think it's appropriate. Alright guys, just like that, we are coming up to the end of the first lap. We're gonna clock in a time of 10 minutes and 17 seconds. This is an incredibly slow lap. If I want to complete these 50 laps of Goliath in right around 8 hours, I'm gonna have to pull an average of 30 seconds out of every lap for the rest of the race. Alright guys, just like that, we are now on the end of lap 2, and my lap time did not end much better. I ended with 10 minutes and 10 seconds. I'll check back with you guys at the 1 hour mark to see how much faster I have gotten. A lot of important things have happened at the first hour mark. The first thing that I did was I hit a lap time of 9 minutes and 40 seconds, which is right around the lap time that I want to be at. The second thing that happened has to do with my controller. I used the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller, and I did something that I believe truly helped me get faster and saved my hands from hurting. Around the 1 hour mark, my throttle finger started to hurt because for practically an hour straight, I was driving at full tilt. Because the Elemento has a crazy good tune on it, whenever I got out of a turn, I was accelerating at nearly 100% throttle. Now, what's awesome about this controller is that I can lock the triggers in certain positions. So instead of pushing down all of the way for full throttle, I was able to lock the controller so full throttle was the slightest movement of the trigger. Adjusting the trigger length made me faster and more comfortable. So if you want a summary of the first hour, I was pretty much figuring out the circuit layout and how to lap faster and more comfortably. Not a lot happened in the second hour. I hit 13 laps and my fastest lap time remained at 9:40, which I hit back on lap 6 in the first hour. By hour 2, I was certain that I wasn't going to quit this race because I had already made it this far. My change to the throttle trigger on the controller was working brilliantly and my hands felt great. On the third hour, I set a new fastest lap time of 9 minutes and 30 seconds and I was really starting to learn the layout of Goliath. Hour 3 saw me on my 19th lap. On hour 4, I hit 25 laps and I was officially halfway done my 50 laps of Goliath. On hour 4, every lap I did was right around 9 minutes and 40 seconds. I started to feel like I had memorized the track layout. On lap 27, halfway through the 4th hour, I had an incredible lap time of 9 minutes and 26 seconds. I was thrilled to finally complete a lap in under 9:30. Hour 5 hit when I was right around 2/3 done my 31st lap. On the 5th hour, I also hit my fastest lap of the entire race. On lap 33, I managed to hit a time of 9 minutes and 20 seconds. I saw the 6th hour appear right around lap 37. Around this time, I really started to enjoy the back half of the circuit. This last bit before the end of the final lap had a ton of fast turns and tree-lined roads, which I found super thrilling. Hour 7 is when I really started to hate Goliath. At 7 hours, I had just started lap 44. As soon as the 7th hour started, my hands really started to cramp. They started to cramp because I have raced for 7 hours on manual with clutch. I knew this was bound to happen eventually. Though I made adjustments in the first hour, my hands truly started to ache. Alright, let's be real here. Even though my hands really started to hurt at this point, I was definitely not going to quit. I was 7/8 of the way done this behemoth of a race. I was thrilled to see hour 8 hit right when I was a quarter of the way done my 50th and final lap. I gotta tell you guys, this lap was incredible. The pain in my hands from the previous hour of racing practically went away and I felt euphoric. I was about to complete 50 laps of a race that I have been wanting to do since Horizon 3. On this lap, I couldn't believe what I was about to accomplish. Let me show you all the last 20 seconds of this crazy race. I was driving this Elemento so fast. I crossed the finish line at approximately 8 hours, 8 minutes. Now, let's talk about the crazy rewards that I received. I first received 6,000 accolade points. This achievement came with a 1969 Dodge Charger. I then received over 2.1 million XP. This incredible amount of XP saw my player level go from 67 to 199, then from 199 to level 5. Now, let's talk about how many credits I received. I started this race with 1,727 credits, and at the end, before I did a single wheel spin, I received 10,161,532 credits. What an insane amount of credits. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I upgraded the Elemento and I had 0 car mastery points remaining. After finishing the race, I had earned 362 car mastery points. Even more incredibly, at the end of the race, I had a whopping 148 wheel spins. Alright guys, now that I have showed you my results, let's break this down to look at the results per lap. Per lap, I earned an average of 203,230 credits, 42,310 XP, 3 wheel spins, and 7 car mastery points. Speaking of results per lap, there was not a single lap of Goliath where I didn't use the rewind feature at least once. The last thing that you guys probably want to know is my average lap time. My average lap time came out to 9 minutes and 46 seconds. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really need you guys to do these things because I have never worked so long on a video. Typically, the longest process of making a video is the editing. But hey, and now I can say that it took me over 8 hours to record the gameplay for just one video. I never thought I would say those words. Alright guys, I hope you all enjoyed the first upload of 2022. Let's have an awesome year.